Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I really wanted to show you guys some of my favorite sketchbooks, watercolor, mixed media, and just basic sketchbooks, just to give you guys an idea if you're a beginner artist or someone who just wants to know what's a good quality sketchbook before you go out and spend the money. I've already done it for you, so give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos like this, and let's get right into it. So most of the products that I get are either from Michaels or Amazon. Just kind of depends what I need and when I need it. Obviously Amazon is a lot faster in delivery, and if I can't get to the Michaels store, if they don't have what I'm looking for, Amazon is always a great alternative. Just a little disclaimer, I always post links to the products that I use in all of my videos. I have since I started this channel. It's been like 2-3 years already. Wow. Yeah, it's been a minute since I started the channel. But I've always posted links, and they're never sponsored. I have joined the Amazon's affiliate associate program. So anything that I do link down below, I will receive a tiny commission if you do purchase it at no extra cost to you. I will always link products that I use and 100% love. I don't believe in wasting your money. I hate that. I hate buying something and it's not the best quality, or it's not what I thought it was gonna be. So I want to save that. I want to save you guys from that, which is why I'm only always going to recommend products that I love and think that you guys should get to if you want to try it out. With that being said, all of the products that I'm going to be showing you today, I will be linking down below. And like I said, if you do click the link and purchase it through Amazon, I will receive a tiny commission. No cost to you. It's just something I've always done anyways, except this time it's another kind of passive income for an artist. So just putting that out there, other artists as well, if you guys want to jump on that, you definitely should. I think it's a really cool and easy way for artists to make other income, or not even just artists, anyone who has a YouTube channel or a platform where they share products that they really love, and why not get a small commission off of it. Oh my god. Okay. So I've got a hefty stack right here. I'm gonna start off with the first one. This one is actually my old sketchbook. It's full, but I bought this on Amazon 2 years ago in a dual pack. So it came with two of these, and I believe it was about $20. I had gotten them on sale. So this is the Arteza sketchbook, and it has this cool band that keeps it closed, which I really love. It's such a cute size. This one is the 8.5 by 5.5 inch. It's perfect to slip into any of my bags that I carry. I always make sure my bags can either fit a book or a sketchbook or both. So it's a good size to take with you if you want to sketch anywhere. I really love the quality of this book. It just feels really cool too. I'm not sure what this texture is. It's not moleskin. It's a bit rougher. But I just really love these sketchbooks. I don't sketch on the first page, or I didn't. The real reason was because in case I messed up, I didn't want that to be the first thing that you saw. That tells you all you need to know about me when it comes to my sketching. So yeah, this one, I have a whole sketchbook tour if you guys want to see in depth the sketches that are full in this book. I'm gonna link that somewhere up here. As you can see, I just banged my elbow. Yes, I did, and it hurt a little bit. The pages have slightly warped. That's because I used watercolor in this, and although there is slight warping, I don't think it looks bad. I really like the worn look of things like that. It looks used, and I really got, my money's worth out of this sketchbook because I sketched in it all of the time. So for ink though, it's really great. I've done a lot of ink sketches in this book. I think it's perfect for that. And then again, like I said, I was doing some watercolor sketches, some still life of some lavender that I had planted in my garden. The paper is pretty thick. Like this is one sheet, and overall I think the quality is really good for, I would say, mixed media. I obviously wouldn't call this a watercolor sketchbook because it is not. Such a cool book to have in the future I want to be able to look back and just look through all the sketches that I've done. I love to see the progression of my work, my progress, if I've gotten any better, things that I've tried experimenting in sketchbooks, which is what they're for. So I really recommend this sketchbook just for multimedia, for anything on the go, perfect size. I really, really love it. And the name and everything is going to be linked in the description down below, as always. Now going into mixed media. I have two of them. Now this is the Canson XL Mixed Media Sketchpads. They're available at Michael's, Amazon, literally you can find them at most. You can even find them at Walmart. I think that's where I got this one, the little one. This one's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's really good for watercolor. There's not a lot of warping on the pages at all, like I said, because this is mixed media. This is when I was first starting out and trying out, you know, different kinds of watercolor sketches. The paper is decent quality. I've done some ink illustrations on this as well. We're actually with an ink pen. This one was a really great sketchbook to start out with my watercolor illustrations when I was first getting into it, before I moved on to buying watercolor paper, because there's so many different kinds, so many different textures. But I really enjoyed the Canson sketchbook, and recently I bought a larger one. This is the 7x10, and you can see the difference because I wanted to work on some larger scale paintings using color pencil and watercolor again. This is one that I've recently did. And like I said, the page, there's minimal warping, which is really good for mixed media paper. The mandrake root. If you know what this is from, put it in the comments down below. Yeah, I just think that one was really fun to do, and I did that with watercolor and color pencils, and then I went back over with some marker too. And the paper is really great for that. So if you're looking for something to start out that'll give you, so you don't have to have all these different sketchbooks, get yourself a mixed media. It's mainly for acrylic, watercolor, pen, and pencil. You can honestly do whatever you want, and it's your sketchbook. But for a first-time sketchbook, I think this is a great one to have. Moving on to my favorite kind of sketchbooks. These are in the book forms. They do have the spiral. My two main ones that I have do have one that doesn't. But I'm gonna start off with my favorite. And it is my favorite because the texture is so good. I really like it. So this is the King Art Watercolor Sketchbook, and this is 5.5 by 8.5. There's something about that magic number. Most of my sketchbooks are that size. It comes with 30 sheets. I believe I got this. This was also a dual pack, so it came with two on sale for $10, I want to say. $10. It says it's heavyweight paper, acid-free, finely textured, cold-pressed, durable surface. They're not lying. I offer commissioned portraits for 9 by 12 inch, which I do in my big one, and then these 5.5 by 8.5 illustrations too. I like the two sizes. I think they're a good difference in pricing and just what somebody would want if they want to give a smaller gift or like a big gift in a big frame. That's what the larger ones are for. So I do cut them out of there, and then I offer them as 5 by 7, so they fit into these cute little slips when I go to art fairs or when I sell a commissioned painting. I have so many different ones. This was just like a rose sketch that I did, also drawing women, as you can see by the large painting behind me that I just got back from an art show that I did back in June. Yes, June. Yeah, this painting is actually called Sisterhood, and it just has women of different ethnicities united together, and this was more of a challenge for me because I hadn't done so many portraits in one big piece. But I love how it came out, and it was just really, really fun to do and experiment with. Like I said, I do women with my watercolor and ink illustrations, then of course, my pet portraits. Love doing these illustrations, and this paper has been just the best. I have to say it is my favorite watercolor paper right here in this little book. That being said, the Canson XL Sketchpad 9 by 12 comes with 30 sheets. This paper is really great quality too. For a pet portrait of a golden retriever. Minimal warping. Do you hear that? That thick quality. I like my paper to have a nice hard sound like that. That's why I know it's sturdy. This doesn't have the texture that the King Art does, but it has these really nice ridges that I don't know if you can tell. I'll do a close-up. My only thing is I hate when the spirals start doing that, as it is cold pressed as well, durable surface. Canson does have really good quality products. Now this, I believe this is Michael's brand in their store, the Artist Loft. This is a small pad. Now this is just a kind of paint and tear. There's no spirals, which I do think is really nice. This is 6x9 inch watercolor pad by Artist Loft, level 2, acid-free, cold press, heavyweight. Now this paper is also pretty, you know, thick and durable. This is one sheet. It's very soft. It doesn't have any of the grooves like the King Art does or the Canson. Canson has a little bit of this little like small slight texture. This doesn't have any of that. It's just very smooth, great to work on. And I do really like using this for fast illustrations that I'm doing. Just some simple little watercolor illustrations. This one's a little duckling. I love that. That's how I feel like that's how I know if it's a good quality test. If it makes that noise. The sketchbook, I've mentioned it before in another video. I'll link it up here. This is my watercolor and ink bunny tutorial. And it is the Pinelli watercolor pad. It's 9x12. It says that it has a versatile surface for a variety of dry media with a fine texture, great for use with pencils, and suitable for charcoal as well. Acid-free, spiral bound. This is the bunny illustration. I love how this came out. The texture is really great on this paper. And it doesn't sound as thick as all of the others, but there's no warping, which is really surprising, and that makes me feel like this is even better quality. The texture is just really nice. These are my 4 favorites in terms of watercolor paper, which I use all of the time. Love them. Definitely recommend. For affordability, if you want to start out, I would start with the Artist Loft, since that's probably going to be your cheapest option. If I can find Pinelli, I'll try to link it. Like I said, I've looked and I just can't find it anywhere. Moving on to pens. My all-time favorite pen that I have found, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, so don't come at me for that. I do that a lot. Stadtler. This is the name. It comes in a pack with about 5 different sizes, starting from like 0.1, 0.3, 8, and that is going to be the thickness of the nub of the pen. And I loved having a variety of sizes, especially when I'm doing different details on different illustrations. The main reason why I love these ink pens is because they are waterproof. I've had to learn the hard way that not all ink pens are waterproof. You don't have to worry about bleeding or smudging. These pens got your back. A couple of them have just started to run out of ink because I've used them so much, but having them for 6 years, these were the first ink pens I ever bought. They are the best. These are the ones that I highly recommend when using watercolor as well. Anything, if you don't want them to bleed, these are the go-to pens. It's by the brand King Art. I have a lot of their products. These are Inkline. These I basically just use when I want to go over a regular sketch and turn it into an ink sketch. These are the main pens that I use, as well as this jar. These are just called fine liners, and I got these at 5 and Below. It came in a huge box of like 15 for about $5. And these again are just when I'm sketching fast, but when I want to use a better quality pen, I migrate towards the Stadtler pens. These are my go-to for quality finished illustrations. These are just for sketching, just for my sketchbook. And if you're looking for something just cheap and affordable and it's decent quality when it comes to just sketching, I recommend these because they're just, like I said, they're affordable and they're alright. My list kind of goes Statler's number 1, King Art is number 2, and then those just pigment liner pens are number 3 in quality. So yeah, these are the sketchbooks that I use every day because I really try to work on an illustration every day. That's one of my main goals that I'm trying to stick to. I've mentioned many times before, none of this is sponsored. I bought all of this with my own money. Just years of being an artist as artists do. We buy products, we test them out. If we like them, great. If we don't, we spent that money. So I just wanted to give a video for you guys. These are books that I 100% recommend and that I do use, and I sell my products. I sell my paintings with most of these papers. So I do really love them and enjoy them, and if you guys do want to check them out, like I said, I'm linking everything below like I always do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you in some way, especially if you're just starting out or you're interested in any of these brands and you don't want to buy it first without knowing if it's good. I hope that this helped you guys out. I'm going to be doing more videos like this because I really like sharing that information for you guys. I'm not someone that keeps the products that I use a secret because I think that's silly. I want to share as much as I can with you guys and help you guys be successful in your creative endeavors. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun filming this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video and take care. Bye.